Good afternoon, traders. It is Tuesday, May 19th, 2015, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Well, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the most often quoted barometer of the overall health of the stock market, made a new intraday high today. Dow went higher today than it has ever gone in its entire history. So, since we're trading the stock market, you would expect that we just were raking in the profits. Well, unfortunately, we had another lousy day. And you know, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know that I just cringe when the Dow makes record highs, because inevitably we do terrible when that happens. Now, I don't know just exactly why this is true, but I'll tell you my paranoid theory. I'm very suspicious that these markets are just manipulated unbelievably to make profits for the 1%ers who control these markets. And I almost feel like the Dow is kind of window dressing for these guys, and they can manipulate it and make it do whatever they want it to do. And they do this to try and get stupid money into the markets when in truth the smart money is shorting the hell out of this market. I don't know if that's really true. As I say, that's a kind of a paranoid analysis, but it definitely fits with what seems to happen on days like today. We have been watching this Dow go up from back here 4 days ago, and then creeping, actually I think that was 5 days ago, and then just creeping up for 4 more days. Creeping up every day, and we have been having nothing but terrible markets for this whole time, because nothing that we buy can go anywhere. The stuff that we buy is being sold for profit, and it is also being shorted. I believe that is the case. So don't believe the Dow. And right now, what we desperately need is a good correction in this Dow. We get a good correction here, we're going to start making all kinds of money again. But we cannot make money up here, folks. It's just terrible. Anyway, we closed out just a few $100s in profits on our closed out trades today, and then, but what hurt is that we got into 10 positions today. Keep in mind, this is the day the Dow's making record high. We get into 10 positions, 9 of those 10 positions are negative. Only one's positive. I mean, it just doesn't get any worse than that. And we are holding negative close to $6,000 in open trade equity with 10 positions. And you know, I'm looking at this and I just think this thing is so tired and so spent up here that it could really crash. I mean, when I say crash, you know, go down 200-300 points. It could do that. And I don't want it to do that when we're holding 10 positions. But that's what it looks like to me. Anyway, I got to call it down again tomorrow. I know I was wrong yesterday. I just looked at this and I don't see how, when it was up here, that was possibly going to go higher. It went higher today. But then, of course, it pulls back, indicating the real underlying weakness, and closed up by, I think, 10 or 15, you know, something like that. But this is a very exhausted, spent market, and it's going to correct. and the sooner it corrects, the better as far as I'm concerned. I'll show you a couple of our trades. Let me show you the one that was kind of the hair puller today. Let's get this here. This is Yelp. Now you recall just a few days ago, this had, I think it was the biggest trade of the year. I think we made something like $14,000 in Yelp. Maybe even been $16,000. Anyway, really great trade. Well, yeah, look what happens today. The thing pops up strong when we jump on it, just like we jumped on it before, and then it just reverses down, 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 and we end up where we closed there. I think we're close to $3,000 loss in Yelp. So Yelp wasn't doing too much for us. We had another one in Radius Health. That's another stock that done really well for us just a few days ago, and the same thing happened. I won't even show it. Same kind of pattern. We get in and then start selling off, so we're holding a couple $1,000 negative in Radius Health also. These are the stocks that really hurt us today, and the reason why we're carrying close to $6,000 in negative open trade equity. We did have one decent trade, and that was in 3D Systems. Let me show you that. Here we go. This is 3D Systems. Now, if we could just have a few of these, we'd do great. We got into this yesterday. It kept going. It closed very nicely. It pops up. And look, we almost sold the top of this thing. And so, I mean, that's just a great trade. But that's the only one out of all the stuff we did went pretty decent. We took $3,000 out of 3D Systems. Unfortunately, that was the only decent thing that happened today. So, hey, don't want to sound like a broken record, but we had another lousy day with the Dow making new highs. Let's pray for a correction in that market, because until we get a correction, I don't think we're going to make any money. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday.